Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through a book entitled Mother, Daughter, Me. And it's a book that was authored by a lady named Katie Hafner and published on the 2nd of September 2013. And it's a very interesting book which explores the complexities of mother-daughter relationships through the lens of 3 generations living under the same roof. And the book kicks off by talking about the impact of family dynamics, and many of us would be only too aware of what the author here is talking about. The book highlights how unresolved family dynamics and generational trauma affects relationships within the family context. Each generation brings its emotional baggage, influencing interactions between mothers and daughters. It is important to be able to understand and see the baggage that is handed down from generation to generation, and to be able to label and deal with it in a practical and pragmatic way. The importance of forgiveness is also talked about here by the author, and I love this point here as well. Hafner emphasises that healing fractured relationships requires humility and forgiveness. Both the daughter and mother need to acknowledge past mistakes and make efforts to forgive each other in order to liberate each other and to grow and develop together. At the end of the day, we are all going to let each other down regardless of how hard we try, because of our human frailties. What we say, think or do, or conversely, what we don't say, think or do, may in some way, shape or form offend somebody else without us even knowing. And for that reason, we need to remind ourselves on a constant basis, on a daily basis, that we need to seek and offer forgiveness to all of those around us and all of those in our lives, because communication is key. A central lesson and a central theme of this book is that we need to have open, honest and direct communication, because it's only through open, direct and honest communication that we can look at repairing strained relationships. Without open dialogue, misunderstandings and resentments can fester and come to a head over time. Some people can be outwardly compliant and happy, yet they can also be internally rebellious and very unhappy. It is hard to tell, and only time and pressure will allow the truth and the masks to be unveiled. The author talks about the importance of boundaries and says that boundaries are crucial. Living together as adults, the author learns that setting boundaries is necessary for maintaining healthy relationships. Respecting each other's space and needs becomes essential and critical for peace. And we all know that the older we get, the more difficult we become and less filtered we are with what we say and how we behave. We need to break the cycle of emotional pain, and Hafner shows how patterns of emotional pain can be passed down through the generations. They can be inherited from previous generations. But it is possible to break this cycle and being aware of one's role in it and making different choices can also help the process and help the healing. We are called to be agents of productive change and improvement and be an expression of God's unconditional love. For at the end of the day, we need to acknowledge and appreciate that we are all unworthy and are in need to be loved and accepted and of course forgiven. Another interesting point from this author, and I guess a challenging point for all of us as we're getting older, is to navigate and understand role reversals. And the book explores the challenges of role reversals as adult children become caregivers for aging parents, bringing new layers of responsibility, guilt, and frustration. We all know that healing takes time and doesn't happen in a heartbeat unless you want it to happen in a heartbeat, of course. Hiding deep emotional wounds and healing these wounds isn't instantaneous. And the author here, Hafner, tells her story and demonstrates that through patience, time, and continuous effort, these are the things that we need to do to repair broken mother bonds. And once again, self-reflection is called upon and is necessary. The narrative emphasises that self-reflection is indeed critical for personal growth and improved relationships with our loved ones. Recognising one's own flaws and contributions to the issues helps in the healing. But how hard is it, of course, to recognise one's own flaws and contributions to the issues? Wow, that is powerful. And as the author says here, we need to appreciate and accept our own imperfections. Hafner conveys that relationships, especially between mothers and daughters, are imperfect, and we need to accept each other's flaws and vulnerabilities, and I guess the challenges that each of us have faced at different times, because we've all lived a different past, we're all living a different present, and we're all going to live a different future, and different things trigger us and affect us. And by accepting each other's flaws and vulnerabilities, we can pave the way for greater understanding and connection. And the last key point from this book is the power of shared experiences. The shared experience of living together brings up unresolved issues, but it also creates opportunities for deeper understanding, compassion, and reconnection, ultimately strengthening the bond between mother and daughter. These lessons are drawn from the raw and intimate exploration of the complexities within family relationships in Mother, Daughter, Me, and emphasise the journey of reconciliation, love, and understanding between the generations. Because when they're gone, it's too late to say sorry, it's too late to say thank you, And thank you very much once again for joining me on this episode. And until next time, bye for now.